Hello, I'm Dale Mason. In order to plan a successful retirement, G-4 visa holders, such as those employed by the World Bank, the IMF, the Inter-American Development Bank, etc., have unique challenges. Firstly, when planning for retirement, one of the most important things to consider is whether or not you will retire in the United States, therefore getting a green card, or whether you will retire in your home country or somewhere else for that matter. If you decide to stay in the United States by obtaining a green card, you definitely need to understand the implications to you of the so-called U.S. exit tax. The bottom line is that if you hold your green card for more than 7 years and then you relinquish it, you could be subjected to the exit tax, and this means at minimum the present value of your international organization pension is likely to become immediately taxable. So see my exit tax video for more details on this. Also, if you decide to leave the United States upon retirement and sell your U.S. home or other U.S. real estate, don't forget that you will probably be subject to the Foreign Investment in Real Property Tax Act, so-called FIRPTA income tax withholding. This FIRPTA withholding is a withholding tax of either 10% or 15% of the gross sales price of the property. It is imposed on all non-residents who sell U.S. property. This is only a withholding tax and not a final income tax liability. So in order to receive any refund that you may be due from the FIRPTA withholding, you will have to either file a Form 8288B with the IRS or a non-resident income tax return. So please see my other video, my FIRPTA withholding video, for more details. Now, if you leave the U.S., you will probably become a non-domiciliary resident of the United States for U.S. estate tax purposes. This means that you may be only entitled to a $60,000 exemption from the U.S. estate tax on any U.S. situated assets, such as U.S. real estate and U.S. corporate stock, to name a few. If you should pass away holding U.S. property, your estate could be imposed a 40% estate tax, again, based on the value of your U.S. property you hold at your death. Don't let this happen to you or your heirs. In order to plan for retirement, G4s should calculate the amount you're going to receive net after tax from your international organization pension and determine whether you should take a lump sum distribution, also called a commutation. So many of my clients do decide to take a lump sum distribution of a certain portion of their pension. Now, there can be many reasons for this, but some of those reasons may be, number one, to have funds set aside for their spouse should the G4 retiree pass away soon after retirement, or number two, to fund some additional life insurance, again, mainly to protect their spouse. Number three, an important reason is to fund long-term care insurance. So long-term care insurance reimburses policyholders a certain amount for services, typically in their old age, to assist them with activities of daily living, such as bathing, eating, and dressing. There are a number of different policy options to obtain the benefits you may need when you need them. Lastly, most G4 visa holders should also save for retirement for other purposes, such as leaving a legacy for their heirs by investing in stocks and bonds. This entails setting up a proper U.S. brokerage account. In our experience, most G4 visa holders are having trouble establishing correct U.S. non-resident brokerage accounts. This can cause IRS tax problems, and often does. Most G4 visa holders that come to the U.S. to work for an international organization are non-residents in the U.S. and are also non-residents everywhere in the world. This fact and others often cause problems at U.S. financial institutions whose systems are often designed and require a person with a U.S. address and U.S. Social Security number to be set up as a U.S. person. And therefore, many G-4 visa holders are being treated as U.S. persons for U.S. tax purposes instead of the non-resident status which they hold. These and just a few of the issues that should be taken into account when G-4 visa holders plan for retirement. We've helped hundreds of G-4s with retirement planning issues such as these, and we would be pleased to have a chat with you about how we can assist you with your pre-retirement planning. Thank you for watching. I'm Dale Mason.